I love movies. I think film is the most powerful and most moving form of storytelling. Movies are only limited by one's imagination, and in my opinion, imagination is limitless. Now, I always love a good movie recommendation. I love finding new movies. I love exploring new genres. I am always open to watching a new movie. So I thought it'd be fun today to share some of my favorite movies and to interview someone else and see what their favorite movie is. And to spice it up a little bit, the person I will be interviewing is my grandfather, who is obviously a lot older than me, and we will see later on how he defines what his favorite movie is and what things about said movie he enjoys. But I will be giving my top three. I couldn't narrow it down just to one. I love movies so much. I had to share a little bit more, but I've narrowed it down to three, and they are in no particular order. These are just three movies that I really enjoy. Up first is Bumblebee from 2018, written by Christina Hodson and directed by Travis Knight. This one is definitely a guilty pleasure, but please don't jump to conclusions. Although I am heavily biased due to being a longtime Transformers fan, this film is a hidden gem, in my opinion. This movie takes the action you expect from Transformers films and infuses it with heart and a strong emotional story. Two worlds are combined, that of a robot alien war and the struggles of a teenage girl growing up, which couldn't be further on the ends of the spectrum, and yet they combine to make such a satisfying and heartfelt story. This was a movie I craved for so long, and once it released, I haven't stopped being obsessed with it. The characters are captivating, the cinematography is a feast for the eyes, and the action keeps you on the edge of your seat. If you enjoy films like The Iron Giant or E.T., you'll definitely enjoy Bumblebee too. Next is 1974's Phantom of the Paradise, written and directed by Brian De Palma. This film is unlike anything I've ever seen. Its premise alone feels familiar but so foreign simultaneously. The characters in this feel so real and have so much life to them. The film sucks you in and doesn't let you go. It leaves you constantly wanting more. It's not a musical in the traditional sense of people singing out throughout the story. It's a movie about musicians, and thus they play music during the story. And although not a huge fan of musicals at all, I still love the music from this movie. It's so just, it wraps you in, and it's so enjoyable. It's from different eras, different genres. It's just so wonderful. It's clear the movie was made with passion, and the people involved had fun. It has drama, music, horror, romance, betrayal, revenge. There's so much going on, and all the puzzle pieces fit together to make such a satisfying movie. If you enjoy the Rocky Horror Picture Show, you will, without a doubt, enjoy this movie. And last but definitely not least, we have A Silent Voice, released in 2016, directed by Taichi Ishida and Naoko Yamada. This film is so heartbreaking and so breathtaking at the same time. This movie is entirely character driven, and the characters are some of the best crafted I've ever seen in a film. The story follows a child who bullied a deaf classmate and now, as an adult, is seeking to atone for what he's done. The relationship between the bully and the bullied, now that they're adults, forms into something so beautiful. The dynamic between all of the characters, not just them two, but everyone in the film, it all webs together to make such a wonderful and engaging story. The whole film is beautifully animated. There isn't a single dull moment, and it is constantly paced to keep you engaged and constantly throwing stuff at you to digest. It's a bittersweet story that will leave you happy but also crying at the same time. It's just overall such a wonderful, captivating, just keeps you engaged the whole time. If you enjoy Ride Your Wave or I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, you will probably enjoy this film as well. Now, for the interview section, as mentioned earlier, I have my grandfather, Jack, with me. and he is going to tell us about his favorite movie. So, Jack, what is your favorite movie, and what about it makes it your favorite movie?
One of my favorite movies is The Man from Snowy River. It's based on a Banjo Patterson poem of the same name. The movie was filmed in the Victorian High Country in Australia, which is gorgeous. The movie is about a young cowboy who inherits his father's ranch in the rugged Snowy River country, where the local ranchers all believe he's too young and unskilled to work the land. It's a story of triumph, about love, and about a boy who becomes a man. What captured my attention in this movie were the great aerial shots of the thundering herds of horses and the grandeur of the Australian landscape. I thought Kirk Douglas did a great job playing two roles as a wealthy rancher and his brother, a grizzled old miner, in the movie. This was my first Australian Western movie I watched, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it.
And with that, you now have 4 movie recommendations. I hope at least one of these catches your eye and is something you can check out and hopefully enjoy in the future. I have been Alistair Crisp. Thank you for watching.